Hello everyone, welcome again to YourPedia Education. Today I come up with another very important topic. So many students have this doubt like what to do for direct PhD in abroad, and what if like if you want to change your research interest after your MTech. Let us say you did masters in some particular research area and you want to change for PhD. So what you have to do, and what is the most efficient way to apply in abroad for PhD studies. So this video is only regarding PhD studies. This is not regarding masters. Okay. So PhD basically you can apply in two different ways in the universities. So one is standard procedure, like mostly MS students go through this type of procedure. So I'll explain one by one how what you can do for your admission and which process is the most efficient one. So before I started, you have to understand some terminology for regarding this abroad admission. So in every university, there is one graduate committee. So this committee comprises of 6 to 7 professors, and these professor can be from any of the department, not from your department, but from other departments also. And there are some other bodies which is like department in which you are going to apply, and third one is professor under which you are start working on for your PhD. So basically these three bodies have major role in your PhD admissions. Okay, so what will happen when you apply for PhD? There will be two things. One is offer letter which you get from a university, and other one is assistantship letter. I mean your scholarship. So this assistantship letter is very important. Mostly in top 20 universities, you will get offer letter, but most of the time students are not getting assistantship letters. That is scholarship. So here you have to understand one thing. Graduate committee will always give you offer letter. I mean, they will give you admission, and either your department or professor under which you are going to do PhD, they will give you scholarship. Okay. So how this thing happens actually, when you apply before the deadlines, let us say for fall semester deadlines are 15 December for most of the universities in US. So if you apply before that, so what will happen after 15 December, your application will go to the graduate committee first of all, and what they are going to check in your profile, they will check each and everything, basically your CGPA, your GRE score, TOEFL score, what research experience you have, then your publications if you have any, your job experience, and college branding. So every year basically graduate committee receives lot of application from different countries, so they have a lot of experience. They know, like in India we have IITs and ITs, so they know these names. Okay. So they will check each and everything in your profile, and out of that, CGPA is very important, GRE score is important, and your college name. So these three are most important things. If you are directly applying to university for a PhD, so graduate committee will check these things in your profile, and they will compare your profile with different international students. So mostly in US, people are coming from India, Bangladesh, Korea, Egypt, Iran, so and China. So Indian and Chinese students are basically most competitive students. So generally, you will get some advantage if you are from India and China. So that thing is there. Okay, so once if graduate committee thinks your profile is good, then they will forward your application to that department. So if graduate committee is thinking you are a good candidate, what will happen? Your department is going to give you assistantship for 1 year. So they will give you scholarship for 1 year. They will pay for your tuition fee, and in this 1 year, department is giving you full freedom. You can choose any professor in the department under which you want to work. So the students who basically wants to apply for direct PhD, this is the way. You don't have to contact any professor. Just get good GRE score. You must have good CGPA, and there are a bunch of other things. I mean, you should have something good in your profile. So graduate committee will directly select you, and department is going to give you funding for 1 year. In this 1 year, you will select some professor, and after 1 year, what happened? This professor is going to give you funding. Okay, so this is very important to understand for direct PhD students. And if you don't have any research background, you directly want to apply in US, you have to follow this procedure. Okay, and believe me, like this procedure is very very competitive because you are competing with students throughout the world. Okay, so if you ask me what are the selection probability in this procedure, I'll say only 40%, because if you have a good CGPA, good GI score, maybe you don't have good college name, college branding is not there. If you are from IIT, NIT, maybe you don't have good GRE score or TOEFL score. So this is the scenario most of the time, and this is the standard procedure. The students who are going for masters, they also apply in the same way, but masters is little bit easy to get. Why? Because you don't need assistantship for masters, but for PhD you need scholarship. So that's why PhDs are competitive in US. So this is the standard procedure. I actually don't recommend. If you already did masters, I will never recommend this procedure. This is actually a hard. I mean, selection is a little bit hard. So what is the most efficient procedure that I will explain here? So again, bodies are same, but the thing is you are going in reverse order. Why I'm saying that? So before deadlines, let us say for fall 15 September, if you have some research experience in your masters, again I'm saying you should have some research experience for this type of this procedure. If you didn't do masters, I mean, like, direct PhD students can't go through this type of efficient way. Only if you did masters and you have good research experience in masters, and rest of the things in your profile, maybe it is not good, like your GRE score maybe not good, your CGPA maybe not good, your TOEFL score, you don't have job experience, you don't have college branding name, but you have only one thing in your profile, that is like you have some research experience. So what you have to do before the deadlines 15 December, 2 3 months before, you have to shortlist different professors in different universities. Okay, how to shortlist that I will cover in some another video. But you have to shortlist 100 of professors in different universities, and you have to send them email. You have to tell them, like, in my masters I did this research work, and now I want to pursue PhD in your research group. Okay, so this small one email you have to send to the professor, and you will start getting replies from them. If some professor is actually interested in your profile, and he also have funding through some industry or anywhere, then what he will do, he himself will go to the graduate committee and he will recommend your admission. So in this case, what will happen? Professors are never interested in your GRE TOEFL score. They're never interested in your job experience, from which college you are. They are not interested in that. They are only interested in one thing, that is your research experience. Sometimes they look for publications, but it's also sometimes, not most of the time. So they just want, like, you should work in some particular domain in which he is currently working. If you have that kind of research experience, he himself will go to the graduate committee and will tell them, like, I want to hire this student and I'm going to give him funding. So if he tells this thing to graduate committee will not check anything in your profile. They will not check your CGPA. They will not check your GRE TOEFL score. Directly, they will give you admission. Myself followed this approach, and this is very very efficient. So I applied in 5 universities. Out of that, I got 4 admits. So in this way, like, you can't waste much money. So this is very efficient procedure. But the only one thing is you should have some research experience. Otherwise, it's not possible. For direct PhD, it's not possible. If you don't have any research experience in masters, then it's not possible. But if you have, then your selection probability is more than 95%. If professor is ready to take you, I mean, like, there is nobody who can stop your admission. And this is a very very easy. Sometimes professors Don't take your technical interview and they will directly give you admission. This happened to me in two universities. And now I will show you like how this thing works. So when I was applying in 2018, I sent emails to a lot of professors. So this is one professor from Purdue University. I don't want to show his name on YouTube, but yeah, this is one of the professor, and I write an email, very long email. This is obviously not the complete email, but you have to write in this way. You have to tell a little bit about yourself, like my name is this, I'm an international student from India, something like that. And you should write your research experience, attach your CV along with that. So what will happen? You will get this type of replies from the professor. He's saying like your area of interest and background fits my research program, and when I get an open position, I will certainly take your case into consideration. So this is the thing. If you are getting this type of replies from some professor, so this is a university where you have to actually fill your PhD application form. And I applied to Purdue. I got admit from there. So this is basically how this thing works. So I'll come with some new content in my next video. So till that time, be with YourPedia. Thank you very much.